What's up, you guys? I'm back with another video. Today I am going to do my hair, style my hair. I just got out of the shower, so my hair is nice and wet. I did dye my roots last week. I did not have enough product to carry it down to my ends, nor did I really need to at the time. But I did dye my hair last week, and I've only washed it one time, so I have a little stain on the scalp, potentially still. It might have all washed out. But let's go ahead and put some products in and let's chat about what's on my mind. I'm going to start with a detangler and vent. I am really stressed right now. I'm super overwhelmed. First off, I've been unemployed for 2 months now. The first couple weeks of that was my doing because I was getting married and I had the wedding coming up and my husband and our family's coming and blah, blah, blah. But since then, I have been diligently applying to jobs and interviewing as much as I possibly can. But that's just a frustrating process in general. This has been a very tough market for me to break into. And I have over 10 years of experience in my field. So it's a little humbling. It's been very overwhelming. But the other part of that is that my husband and I decided that we were going to relocate down the street because they were raising the rent on us significantly. And amongst other things, a lot of other things actually. The property manager was just incredibly unprofessional. This is a large property company here in Southern California. I think they're only in California, I'm not really sure. Sudbury Properties. Avoid them at all costs because this has been an absolute horrible experience. I have gotten not only unprofessional behavior from the property manager, but bullying, retaliation, also profiling, racial profiling of me and my husband, amongst other things. So we wanted to move because we've had a really bad experience with this place and it just wasn't worth the money or the effort. So that being said, next product, taking a little blow dry cream. It's called Unite. 7-second blow dry cream. I'm going to put just a little bit of this in my hair, work it through my hair. So anyways, for those reasons, we wanted to move. We wanted to save some money. We weren't really happy with the services we were getting from the place, and we felt like this property manager was targeting us. So we find a new place and we move. But in knowing this, I just suspected that they were going to try and nickel and dime us, and that no matter how we left the apartment, they were going to create an issue, whether it was like a fake invoice or just claiming that they were doing work on it or not. So to negate this, I spent over 8 hours deep cleaning this apartment, head to toe. We're talking the tops of every single shelf, dusting every inch of this apartment. I'm already a very clean person, so is my husband. We're very clean. We did not damage this apartment whatsoever. We were only there for 1 year. My point is that we deep clean it. I just feel it in my gut that they are going to try and screw us over. So I make sure that I return this apartment in perfect condition. Given that I'm unemployed, it is my job for us to secure a deposit back. So I film every inch of this apartment. I photograph it, I film it, all of that, just as evidence for myself, just in case they tried to withhold our deposit or they tried to, pull some shenanigans. And just as I called it, I kind of am tempted to use some. It's a 10. I feel like it helps with my frizz, so I'm going to put some of this in. So now here we are 2.5 weeks later. So they've met their timeline for California law to submit their receipts. Now these receipts literally look like pic art. And I could show you, but it's over on the bed and I don't want to walk over there because I don't have pants on. You guys don't need to see that. So it literally looks like pic art. It looks like this could easily be a falsified record. And on top of this, we moved in November 27th, 2023. The receipt that they're submitting for carpet is from November 1st, 2023. So they're trying to claim that they replaced the carpet after us. However, the receipt they sent is for November 1st. So of before we got there. So 3 weeks or 4 weeks before we moved in. Also, they submitted a receipt dated for this December from a carpet cleaning company, and the carpet cleaning invoice literally says $0. There's a claim that we had pet urine in our master bedroom. Now, I have a fully trained senior dog. She's an emotional support animal. There is just she was never in the room. She would never use the restroom in there ever. So all of my red flags are going up about this, of here they are just trying to fraudulently charge us. Like, this is crazy. On top of them trying to charge us for a carpet replacement with no valid receipts, they also are trying to charge us for paint, saying that they had to repaint the whole unit, and I have ample photos and videos proving that we had 0 scuffs, 0 marks on this, we didn't paint it, we didn't leave holes in the walls, nothing. So it's just been an extremely frustrating process because I'm feeling caught between, do I seek justice through the small courts claims? And that's what I'm feeling most entitled to do, because this is erroneous charges. This is scamming. This is literally scamming, and I feel like they're just using strong language and intimidation tactics to force people to pay up. And this is a standard business practice. You can't charge cleaning fees if it's returned in the same cleaned fashion, and etc. So I'm just feeling extremely overwhelmed and stressed, and also like intimidated in a lot of ways. Let me adjust this. I'm sorry if you guys are crooked. And that's just what's top of mind. Honest to God, it's crazy. Because now I'm reading up California law, trying to reach out to Facebook groups and get advice on suing or, mediation or something. But in general, this is just theft. This is wrong. This is fraud. Like, when you read the California law, it says excluding normal wear and tear. And it feels like these large property management companies are getting away with giving you some sort of wear and tear allowance and stipend for renewing their paints and their carpet. However, that literally goes against tenant laws. So I'm feeling a little confused. Do I try and pursue tenant laws and try and go that avenue, or am I screwed because of whatever their contract says that we signed, which it's all too much. It's all very scammy. I also have a long history of keeping a record of them being retaliatory towards me escalating it to higher managers, the higher managers kind of dismissing us and not doing anything with it, holding them accountable through more emails requesting mediation, finally getting a Zoom call with the superior of this property manager. Long story short, the entire property management group that was there, the events coordinator and all of the leasing agents and the property manager that was originally there, all are no longer there. They all ended up getting turned over to a different property before we moved out. So I'm just feeling like this company is trying to cover up their problems with their staff. Their staff act extremely inappropriate, unprofessional. I think this is retaliatory behavior, but I'm also stuck in limbo. If I'm unemployed, I can't waste money on small claims fees, and I don't know if they're going to countersue, and if they countersue, what's that going to look like? So I don't know if you guys have any experience with this or any advice for me. I would love you to reach out. I would be happy to, talk to some of you in the DMs or even emails if you have any advice on this. Okay, so hair product is in. Let's go ahead and blow dry. I'm just using the Dyson blow dryer. This is going to be annoying, so I will blow dry a little bit and then probably speed through, and you might see me with mostly dry hair. We are going to put some probably some curls in my hair or air wrap it. I'm not really sure. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I tried to mostly aim it at the roots to try and minimize some of that frizz. And just get it dry enough. I'm probably going to put the top section up and blow dry the bottom section real quick here. And then we'll get with the air wrap. Alright. Clipped up the top part here. I'm just going to brush through the bottom and then give it a rough dry. And then we can move on to doing the actual air wrapping portion. So Kyle and I got back from Minnesota on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. And our just whole sleep schedule and everything was thrown off. So I'm trying to drink my coffee, hydrate, get back on my routine of working out, journaling, reading, all of that. But you ever go on a vacation and just do your whole life different than what you normally do? And then you come back and you're like, what was my life like before? So that's where I feel like I'm at. I'm stuck with like, what was my life before? I just feel so overwhelmed by life and by everything. It's like not going right that you're just like, wow, what did I do to deserve this karma? Like, I'm just so defeated. I'm just so stressed. Like nothing is going as planned. Even this, like I've been diligently trying to curate videos and film and edit, and you know, it's crazy because TikTok is getting hundreds of views on every video, and then I post it to YouTube and it's like hardly any views. I'm just trying to figure out what the world wants from me. What does the universe want from me? What am I doing wrong that's not getting me what I want? I don't know. But then on the flip side, I do believe in manifestations, and I do believe in, you know, spiritual realms and things of that nature. And that being said, I know that you have to have a death of one life before you can have a rebirth of another, meaning that I wanted things. I'm manifesting bigger and better for myself. I wanted a change in my career. I wanted to advance or change it completely. I want resolution with this apartment, you know, so I know that you have to go through it before you can get on the other side. You have to have the death of your old life before you can have the rebirth of your new life. So I'm trying to remind myself that, but today I just woke up with so much anxiety and stress and defeat and feeling like nothing is working. Nothing is working out for me. Thanks for listening, you guys. Like, honestly, let's dry this a little more and then we'll get the air wrap situation out. I'm also like, what do you guys want to see from me? What kind of videos intrigue you? I don't know. I know what I like to watch, and I'm trying to film it, which is just real life, real talks, real, genuine, coming on the internet in very genuine, real fashion. I want to treat this like, to some level, this is my personal diary, and I'm able to talk to you guys like you're my best friends, and that you're just right here with me, whether that's true or not. But in this digital realm, I appreciate all of your guys' support. I know a lot of you are consistently looking out for my videos and trying to support my channel with likes and comments, and I appreciate that so much. Like, seriously, thank you guys so much, because it is incredibly challenging to your core and your character to start something new and to fail or to not be good at it or to just be a newbie. And you know, like, I'm a complete newbie at this social media thing. I have never done this before. For years, I've been told, you should do it, you'd be great at it. And I've just been so deeply insecure and incapable of getting out of my head to do it, to be real. And now with this desperation of just not finding employment as quickly as I thought I would, and living in Southern California where it's extremely expensive, I'm kind of being forced to be creative, and this is an incredible creative outlet for me. I'm actually really enjoying content creation and influencing. However, not getting the likes and the views kind of doubles down on my feeling of, what are you doing? You're not likable. There's, you're never gonna find something. But I'm probably talking in circles. I don't really believe that. I know the universe has something bigger and better planned for me, and it's just hard to trust the process along the way. And this is just kind of me venting things out, you know. All right, I'm gonna set up my air wrap real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so I think I'm going to use, once again, my long barrels. This is how I typically do my hair. I try to only wash my hair once or twice a week, given that I got this unnatural red hair going on. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this and just talk some more, you know. I'm sure this is quite annoying audio. I might end up cutting it all out. I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to figure out life. If you guys haven't figured it out, I'm just out here struggling, out here trying to figure out how to thrive again, out here trying to get back on track. I feel directionless. Like, I don't know what to do in my life right now. For the first time ever, it really feels like I don't know what direction to go to. For the longest time, dating was a big holdup for me, and I just really desperately wanted a partner, and I wanted somebody equal. And I found Kyle, and I did a lot of work to get there. I had to leave an abusive relationship. I had to heal from that relationship. I had to be intentional with my dating in order to be ready for him. And that was like, I knew what had to be done. I had a direction. I had a path that I could work on, that I could see clearly, like, okay, when you have processed this information, when you have healed, you will be ready for this type of man. And I found that, and I achieved that, and I'm so glad. I'm so grateful for my husband. It fills this deep inner void that I had prior to having him. But now, like previously, I've always had a really clear direction on what I wanted to do with my life as far as a career, where I wanted to live, etc. Even last year, like, we were living in Chicago not too long ago, a year and a half ago, we were living in Chicago, and I knew it did not feel right to me. Like, in my core, in my soul, I knew that it was not the right fit for me long term. And my now husband, did not want to leave. His career was thriving out there. My career was thriving out there. We were making more money than we've ever made, ever in our adult life. And it just didn't feel right. And so moving to Southern California was really my soul fulfilled, like my fantasy of making this happen. I came out here on a friend's trip, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the vibes, and I thought, I have to move to San Diego. I have to. That's going to fulfill my living situation needs. So as I'm finding my right partner and finding my right state, I'm losing my career that I've had. Well, I don't know if losing is the right word, but I'm struggling to have this career. Like, I have been in radiology ever since I went to x-ray school at 21. And I've been in the field since I was 23. I'm now 33, almost 34. So I've been doing this for over a decade. I have tons of experience as an x-ray, CT, and MRI tech. And for whatever reason, I came out here in California, and there's just not a large demand where I'm at in the county I'm at. And that's really taken a blow to my identity and my self-worth and my earnings and things like that. Like, all of these categories that I should be grateful for, and I'm just hyper focused on this category that's not working out for me. And it sucks that I'm unable to redirect my thoughts at this moment, but it's just like, man, God, universe, whoever is out there, like, please send me a sign, send me some faith, send me some hope, because I always had hope that I would find my husband. I always knew in my soul that I was going to find my right partner, and I would have this deep companionship in him, and that whoever that special person was, I was going to give them my all. And I found Kyle, and I'm so happy that happened. Like, I just knew that was a category in my soul that needed to be fulfilled, and it got fulfilled, and I feel incredible about that. And same with here in San Diego. And now with my career, I've loved my career. When I first started my career, I absolutely loved radiology. And then I've ran into periods where I didn't love my career, where I felt like I was bullied and targeted and just outcasted and just not a part of the clique, so to speak. And that made me really start to feel resentful towards my career and want to change and want to grow. And during my earlier days, still in my 20s, I went back for my bachelor's degree in hopes of becoming leadership, and I did get a taste of leadership in permanent roles. But once I turned to become a traveler, my career kind of shifted. My career shifted into being treated as if I was just the help or just there to fill a temporary role. I don't know if any of you have experience in healthcare or like school districts or something. Like, have you ever paid attention to how poorly the housekeeper or the EVS person gets treated versus the doctor or the nurse versus the teacher? Like, the people that are cleaning the school gets treated so much worse than the teacher. And why is that, So that is the feeling that I got when I turned into a travel tech in 2021. Most of the contracts that I went on, people treated me like I was the help, like I was less than them. They did not try to welcome me into their clique or their group at all. I was just like, oh, that person's only here for 13 weeks. Why invest in them? So I think with the negative experiences I had in my career in travel, it really changed my perspective. Also, so did COVID. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. COVID really, really changed healthcare and my industry, and what I loved about it changed immensely. And so I think these past 3 years has been a struggle of my own identity of like, have I outgrown this field? Am I not a fit for this field anymore? Etc. So it's like some doubts setting in, you know? And then moving here to San Diego has certainly exacerbated that, because when I first moved here, I was under the impression I would find a contract very easily. We moved in November and I thought, oh, maybe a month I will be without a contract and then I'll find work. Well, that's not what happened. A contract did not become available until, I believe, February. So I was unemployed for several more months than what I thought. And that takes a blow to your self-worth and to your identity too. And so when I did start working, that contract just happened to be one of the most horrendous experiences of my life. Like the level of bullying, of harassment, of straight up cruel behavior was through the roof, and I could not handle it. And I finished out my contract, but I just knew in my gut, like that was a horrible experience. In that period, I ended my 13-week contract, and I had another bout of unemployment. I actually was off of work for about a month at that time before another contract dropped. And when that contract dropped, it actually was for me, it was an incredible experience. I really liked it. I enjoyed the crew for the most part. I worked 3/12s. I enjoyed my contract schedule. It was a set schedule. I was seeing the silver linings for what it was. I was seeing that, you know, despite all of these other contracts I've worked that did not work out well, where I was bullied, where I was isolated, where I was mistreated, like I am going to see the silver linings in this place. And this place was not perfect by any means, but it was a lot better than what I had. And I was so appreciative and grateful for that. And it seemed like I was a really good fit. And I was hoping for a contract extension. I heard through the grapevine that they had budget cuts and that my particular shift just wasn't needed for backfill. And since leaving, it's been 2 months since my contract was completed. Since leaving, they have not backfilled that position or put anybody in it. So I have to trust that it was due to budget cuts, but that doesn't hurt any less. It felt like they didn't like me or I wasn't good enough or what have you. I've been applying for full-time work this entire time. I've been applying mostly for technologist roles because that's what I have 10 years of experience in. And I know that most people want to see your work ethic before they give you a higher position. However, I've also been applying for supervisor roles. And this is where the real confusion comes in for me, is that I am consistently getting snagged up for supervisor roles, as far as like my application will be picked up and acknowledged, and they will interview me for it and then turn around and hire an internal candidate. I can't do anything about that, but it sucks. It does suck feeling like I'm going on first and second round interviews and I have a real shot at this job, and then I find out via email that they're going with an internal candidate. So it's like, was this a ghost posting all along? Did you just have to do this for legal measure? I'm not sure. But that leaves me where I'm at now, is like, as I've said, in the past 3 years as a contract worker or a traveler, as we say, I haven't had the best experience, and I've fallen out of love with my career, and I want to get back to my impassioned love for healthcare, and I love my patients. I love taking care of people. I'm very intrigued by radiology, but what really has dimmed my light in this field is the severe bullying and harassment that comes from these people that work in hospitals. And maybe all of this rejection I'm experiencing as I'm trying to get a full-time job is the universe telling me that I am done with this path. That's at least how I'm taking it, but being done with one path and having doors close in your face doesn't make it any easier when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel for another path. I have such designated education in this field that I'm like fearful that I can't pivot to something that will be similar pay as what I'm used to. there's just a lot of fears. As you can tell, I'm fucking freaking out. There's a lot of fears. I'm overwhelmed. Like, these are major parts of my life that are affecting me. And I'm so grateful for my husband and our stability and our love and our companionship. And I'm so grateful for my super supportive friends that listen to me vent about this, that support this channel, that reach out to me, that call me, that I do call coffee dates and dog walks with. Like, you guys are the people that are holding me together, but it feels like I could break it anytime. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being so fucking real with you guys. That's being so honest, is that for 10 years I've been killing it in my career and feeling great about myself and my career, and now I'm getting this deep rejection from my field. I'm not getting noticed the way I was anticipating. My years of service are just meaningless out here or something. I don't know. It's just overwhelming. All of this feels extremely overwhelming to have it all kind of fall on you at once, you know, like being in a fear-based mindset about money and then looking for jobs, getting your hopes up, that not really going anywhere, dipping into savings, then getting hit with this bill from the fucking move out situation that's a total scam. But do I have the stress and the capacity to go fight this scam or not? I don't know. It's just like, holy shit, you guys, holy shit. I'm just, you know. All right, let me take a little break and curl this real quick. Almost done on this side. Woo. Thanks for listening, y'all. I will say, like, this is extremely cathartic to be able to get in front of a camera and just vent your feelings and vent what's on your mind and get it off your chest. It just, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for this platform that I'm creating for you guys to get a glimpse into my life. And if you like these type of real ass talks, please be sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend. Anything we can to get this monetized eventually would be amazing. Also, if you have input on how to make my channel better, because this would be incredible. If I could ever get to the point where I could scale my TikToks and social media platforms, my YouTubes, whatever, if I could get this portion to monetize, I would love to do this full time and film vlogs, get ready with me, my workouts, what I eat in a day. Like, I would really, I think, enjoy that. I'm teaching myself editing on the fly. I'm learning this all completely on my own, and I'm loving it. So potentially there is something to be said about that. Whew. Hopefully most of this stays in and does not get edited out, because maybe this is the realness I needed to bring to the internet to get views or acknowledgement for what the fuck's going on. I'll probably let the camera roll just so that I can time lapse it a little bit. I don't even know how to do that, but I have beliefs that I'll figure it out. The other part of this is, like, you guys might not know just how long it really takes to set up everything, to set up a tripod, to set up your film equipment, to get your lighting right, then to review your footage, then to edit your footage, then to think about your thumbnail and things like that. Like, this is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. And I think that society passes a little too much judgment on content creators as having the easy job or the easy way out, or it must be nice that you get to stay home and film your life and make money off of it. Well, I'm filming my life. I'm not making any money off of it right now. And I can report back, this is not easy. This is a full-time job to think about content creation, to execute content creation, to edit it, to get it posted, and then promote it. You know, like, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of creative flows too. I'm sure that other content creators have found a way to get into a routine and a schedule so that they're consistently posting, and they've found out a way to make it work for them. But right now, I'm so new to this. I'm such an infant on the internet that it's all brand new to me. It's all completely teaching myself, learning slowly, learning from mistakes. So yeah, I'm just learning. I'm learning as I go. I would love any advice, any big sis, big brother advice, any extra moms and dads that want to help guide me in a kind way. I'm already in a low place, so please don't come with any vitriol or hate or viciousness. I'm just not capable of dealing with that at all. If you catch my vibe. All right, I'm gonna pause this. All right, now that I look like the founding father, we're done. We're almost done. I'm gonna let this just dry, or cool off, not dry. I'm gonna let this cool off a little bit, and then I will probably come back and brush it out and do the final reveal. But this is what my hair looks like with the tighter barrels before I brush it out. So I got a whole lot of hair. All right, it's literally been maybe 5 minutes. I probably should wait longer. I don't know if I care that much. I can already tell the frizz is kicking in. Thank you. Humidity. Sometimes I do this with my fingers. Sometimes I do this with a brush. Today we'll do a brush. Don't know why. Other than it feels right. Just gonna brush out some of these. Ah! No! Crocky mate. All right. This is the final product. I'm probably gonna run a little oil through my hair to try and get it nice and smooth, because I got some big ass hair right now. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching and listening to my crazy life and this crazy story. Hopefully you have a little advice for me. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend, and stick around to follow for this journey through unemployment, through content creation, hair dye, DIYs, fitness, health, marriage, all things. Thanks guys. I'll see you next time.